We're currently in the middle of the Durrandon Westerlands war to try and conquest the whole goddamn thing because the Iron Throne is way too distracted, essentially to stop us from going for our own goals here. So, with our dragon, it's a little bit questionable in the laws of the Iron Throne, but basically because we're a dragon rider, we have access to the dragon conquest, which means we can take a whole kingdom level title at whenever we want because we own a dragon. So, because the Iron Throne is too distracted to stop us, we're pushing that Casterly, and here we are currently in the siege of Casterly Rock. This is all that is left before we can essentially tidy up this war, I hope. We're at 64% of this war goal. Their armies have been destroyed. The only thing I'm concerned about is the Iron Throne might be able to find a way to... Oh, man. Tax concessions, give them gold money. It's their duty. We'll go for more tax concessions. That's okay. So, the one thing I'm concerned about is that the king on the Iron Throne right now, King Colin, may be able to find a way to make our Casterly invalid. So I think there's a chance that he could... if his wars end and the realm comes back together, it might stop us being at war. So ideally, if we can find a way to speed this up, because right now we're sieging Casterly Rock, for Casterly Rock is very, very difficult to siege. In the show, not so much. They kind of changed it for the show. But in the books, it's literally built into a mountain. It's just a mountain that we're essentially trying to siege here. So even Dragonfire, to some extent, wouldn't be too useful. Now, unfortunately, we can't use the dragon either, because the dragon is maimed. During the, I think it was the first battle. Oh, you know what? It was me trying to kill off a fleeing army in my madness, ended up getting the dragon maimed. Now, maimed for dragons does not mean the same as what it means for people. Dragons can heal from a maiming, it just means they can't fly. It might be a better way to phrase it. So, we've just got to wait for that one, and pray that... Ooh, we're getting a lot of conversion as well. We'll check that out in a second. We've just got to pray that hopefully the dragon can heal up soon so that we can immediately deploy it to melting Casterly Rock, because if we get, you know, the Casterly invalid at this stage, after spending this much time and resource on it, that would really, really suck. So let's take a look at the religion map then, because we are converting things pretty bloody quick. Look at that. Those are the Drown God, because they're a related religion, they're sort of a similar colour, but I might change the religion colour of the Storm God, because it's a little confusing, huh? We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, are those two separate provinces? No, they're one province. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4... Sorry, let's go back to that one. It's a bit easier to see then. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Nice. I think because we're an independent, or count as an independent state right now, we have a slightly increased chance of conversion. Because ever since we've been in this sort of war, split away from the Iron Throne, dealing with our own problems for the time being, we've had a lot more conversion. We've had like 10 times the conversion we've had while we've been under them. So I'm not entirely sure what the deal with that is, but maybe it's because we're not even proselytizing either. Huh. Okay, let's get a good priest on board, because if that is true, it's just a theory. I don't know whether it's accurate. It's just a game theory. I'm thinking we need to stop probably focus on it just to see if it holds any water, no pun intended, because we're hiring a drow man. Andrion, let's go for... oh man, he's still shit. Let's see if we can just find someone who wants to come to our court, because my god, this is ridiculous. Join court, yes, assault by learning. Yeah, look, this guy is infinitely better. I believe he's also capable, right? Oh, do they have to be a drow? Is there like a drow man trait? There's not. Okay, so let's invite this guy to court and just see if we can make him our priest. We'll invite a handful of these more highly skilled ones, just in case some of them aren't valid for whatever reason. They might be married or some other nonsense there. All right, let's try that. And then see if we can't get a bit of proselytizing done while we're split away from the Iron Throne as well. Welcome, welcome. All right, Boris, welcome, welcome, welcome. So... the Game of Thrones one has this unique mechanic whereby if the Iron Throne is at war, you can split away, or you can remain neutral, or you can use it as an excuse to build up your own rebellion. It's a lot more of a dynamic politics system. The only issue is, because of it, we now count as independent, right? Inverted commas, independent. So we're not actually independent. When their war ends, or when our war ends, we're going to be right back as a vassal under the Iron Throne. However, in terms of the actual gameplay, in terms of the mechanics built into CK2's engine, we count as independent. So in theory, we'd be able to reform the religion right now. Normally you can't do that, obviously, if we're under a different religion, or if we're under, I forget the actual... Oh, you know why we can't do it normally? Because we count as vassals of a separate religion, our moral authority is too low. So we would, in this situation, be able to reform if we had just a slightly bit more of moral authority, because they just count completely under control, rather than being a vassal of another religion. So that might be also something to consider, maybe creating a civil war, and using that civil war and all the distractions surrounded around that, to make ourselves the God of the Storm religion once again. That'd be kind of impressive. Right, okay. Winter is also setting in, which we've got to... Oh, man, I forgot we were doing this as well. Got to concern ourselves with Winter somewhat with the supply, but I think Casterly Rock is going to be safe, because, you know, it's Casterly Rock. One of my informants, a young soldier with more vices than he could afford, so we had this yesterday. This is where we're going to pay the guard outside of the King's Chamber to try and get rid of Colin, the King. Oh, wow. Breeding dragons is a dangerous game, but you have managed to obtain a new clutch of dragon eggs from Zephyrin. That's very lucky. Huh? They have one in their treasury, so that's going to transfer it to ours, yeah? Wow, okay. So this dragon was fertile, which we got very, very lucky at. That is a real big lifeline they've thrown us there, because even if this dragon dies from its maiming, it's 0.05% life expectancy. It can die before this heals, I mean, obviously. But there's a high chance of it dying before this heals. It'll either go one way or the other. So to get another dragon egg from that is very, very lucky. Who have we got here? So we got Heartfire, Unknown Dragon. We're going to have like 3 generations of the same dragon. That's kind of cool. In my disguise, I meet with my friend, King Colin's Burly Armsman. So they succeeded. They managed to stab King Colin in his bed, and somehow he managed to... Oh, somehow he managed to get away. Right, okay. Maybe that's what happened yesterday and I misread it, but once again, he's somehow avoided the murder. I guess he knows that someone's out to kill him, so he's sleeping with body doubles or something like that. Now, the other reason for us trying to kill off the Iron Throne, the reason we've got the, well, still the intrigue focus, yeah, we're still spying on the king, is because in terms of succession for the Iron Throne, everybody wants us to rule, because we sort of proved ourselves last episode with that massive, massive civil war, the fact that we were able to almost defeat all the kingdoms, all the United Under the Throne, so what was it, the Trident, the Vale, the Westerlands, whatever the hell happened here with the Maiden's Men, the Crownlands. The Reach were independent, but they had a lot of allies because the king is a Reachlander. He is, de jure territory is somewhere around here. What has he got? Cocklesman, that's it. So a lot of the Reach vassals backed him because he's one of their people. We were able to almost win that war. If we had a few more troops to support the dragon, I think we would have been fine. So I think we've definitely thrown a sort of spanner and worked with that in the fact that loads of people want us elected here. There are some big names on this list too. King Colin of the Iron Throne, also at the very, very top there. That was very funny when that happened. We also managed to get him his vote as well with things by forcing through a favor. He owed us some, we gave him some gold. He owed us the gold but couldn't afford it, so in exchange for a favor, he wrote that, or we agreed to write the debt off, at which point we called in succession support on ourselves, so he now has to vote for us as his successor, which means if we're assassinating him, okay, this is what I was concerned about with Winter. If we assassinate him, we're good. Like, we are now the king on the Iron Throne, and we can start, you know, sort of dismantling it and empowering House Durrandon. I'm somewhat concerned now. Winter's kicked in, and the supply is so low that our troops are going to start dying to attrition. There's a strong chance here our troops might die to attrition faster than we're able to siege Casterly Rock. What's our attrition monthly? 0.5%. So we're taking off 1.12%. As long as we stay ahead of it, it's fine. We should be okay, but obviously that it's not going to get any quicker or any slower. And we've also got to bear in mind siege events as well. This could be a risky siege. Now, if you don't siege it for a certain amount of time, this will just refill. The morale will all go straight back up to the top. So we need to bring in more troops, I would say, to reinforce this as much as possible, because I can't... We spent months on this siege, and I'm not throwing it away. Let's go for, I mean, what have we got here? Let's sort by total strength, or let's sort by, I don't know, we can't really afford too much, but I want to bring in just a few hundred more troops to help out with this. 1.99 monthly cost. We can afford these guys. In fact, we could afford these guys as well, so it's 220. What have we got? I mean, any of these ones would be good. As long as we're below our monthly balance, I don't really care who we hire, so we've got 8.42 to work with here. So we can actually get quite a fair amount. Let's go for, like, these boys. It's another 1,000 men. It means that attrition is going to be counted out by, well, not only the actual numbers themselves, but mercenaries will reinforce everywhere, whereas we don't need to worry about that, or specifically, we can't reinforce because we're in enemy territory, obviously, so, oh, or we can. Why can we? Is it because maybe it counts as the same kingdom? I guess because we're both vassals under the same liege. Maybe they've thought about that. I don't know. That's very strange. All right, let's pull them over. We're almost done. What happened? Siege event? There we go. Defenders of Casterly Rock launched an unsuccessful raid against the besiegers, taking heavy losses in the attempt. That's incredible. We may actually have not needed those mercenaries after all, but it's still a little risky. There's no reason they couldn't just hire a bunch of troops, bring them over, and knock our army down to a size that would stop this siege. We're still trying to, obviously, win the king over as well, because he is still our king for the time being. Oh, no. This is happening a lot, isn't it, huh? I think we've crashed again. Alright, well, we seem to be roughly in the same place here. It's a couple of months after that, but now we have our education for our son, Boris Durrandon. He's actually coming out not too terrible. He's got Willful, which is obviously pretty good. Fussy is pretty good as well. Timid is garbage. So his martial education is going to be very mixed, but of course, martial can be leveled up. We've proven that before on many occasions here. So it's 224 gold. Oh, God. Well, we didn't hire the mercenaries this time around, so maybe that's for the best. Nah, we can't afford it. I'm sorry. This war is way too important. Unfortunately, Casterly Rock this time around has been hit by disease, though, so we're certainly paying for it. Okay. This is going to be a very, very... Oh, shit. Look at that outbreak of disease. It's killing off... It's too close. Oh, no. Come on. This is because the game crashed. This is my fault. Okay, fine. Let's see what we can do with this, then. So if we ransom you off to the Iron Throne, that's fine. We're going to have to take out a loan. I hate to do it, but we have no choice here. Loan interest rate is set to, what exactly? 25%. Ooh, God, that's a hefty loan. We've got to move in mercenaries. We've got to move them in right now, because if we start losing control of the siege, that's like 3 years worth of sieging down the drain. Okay, bring in the Bright Banners. How quick can we get them over there? Would it be quicker to put them on boats? I mean, almost certainly not, because they've obviously got to go all the way around the Broken Arm and things. I think let's just charge it down and hope and pray that we don't... Oh my God, it's so close. Fuck, stop. It's 2.3% monthly attrition. We're only knocking off 1.1% every 12 days. I think we're going to lose this siege. I think their morale's going to regain. Don't do it. Don't do it. You absolute motherfucker. Well, unfortunately, we've had about 4 or 5 crashes right now, so I've gone out of my way to... we're still losing the siege of Casterly Rock, so it's not like we've gained anything out of it. But I have gone out of my way to disable certain things, like slavery is now turned off, which I'm hoping will give the game a little more stability. That is quite a hefty system. If you're playing in multiplayer especially, I'd recommend turning that off, because it generally causes a lot of stability issues. It's quite a complex system, so I've turned that off, and hopefully we won't get any more crashes, or at least we might... not have so much interruptions. Like, there's a lot of slowdown going on as well. Anyway, enough of that. Let's get back on with our siege. Not having much luck spying on King Colin. Perhaps I should focus my efforts elsewhere. No, we'll continue with it just so that we can lower his general opinion. Now, they have got an army of 6,000 men there kicking around. Oh, God, I can't believe we've got to start this whole fucking siege again. It's not the fate of a warrior. We need to not become fat, ideally. We'll take that one, and then hopefully we can work it off, as we have done before with that event. This sucks. If we had the dragon, this could be over in seconds. But the fact that we've got to now deal with it being maimed just means that this is a protracted war. This could have been a lot quicker if we weren't just so unlucky with that dragon maiming. Alright, so we've got 9,000 men. I mean, with the disease here, it's still not going to be enough. Oh, you know what? We're not taking as a disease. Disease is still here. Why are we suddenly... Now that we've got more troops, we're not taking attrition. Explain that one, science. Okay, well, there we go. We're starting again then. 1.1% every 12 days. For the love of fucking God. Alright, so Boris is at least coming out pretty goddamn well, huh? Gains 1 diplomacy, gains 5 prestige, gains a trait. Gregarious. Nice. We'll take that one definitely. I don't know how gregarious and timid work together, huh? Humble would be fine. Humble would be absolutely great. Obviously, Craven would be horrible. That would be the lowest tier of all the traits. Can we... Oh, man. Our Maester is still someone capable of training him to fight, right? Because that's the only thing that I'm concerned about right now. Maester... Not Maester, sorry. Master at Arms, where are you? Yeah, he's still a skilled fighter, level 3. We've just got to hope that that RNG lands in our favor there. 13% chance yearly. Oh, it's not ideal, is it? I don't really want to sack him in favor of anyone else, though, because we've got a very much a lot of religious unrest right now, and I don't want to piss off anybody else by rearranging the council, because I imagine we're on the verge of civil war as it stands. This siege is impossible. This is an impossible siege. We've been here for years. How long has this war been going on for? For 5 years. For fuck's sake, and it's almost all been Casterly Rock. Okay, let's hire some troops. Or let's raise some troops, I should say. Just send them over, for fuck's sake. Okay. They should be able to get over there before our troops disappear, unless we get a siege event or something, at which point we're once again back to square one. I think we've got to just wait for the fucking dragon to heal. I don't know what the hell else I can do. There we go, we're back down to 7,500 men, and I believe that's now cancelled the siege once again. Oh no, it's fine, we're staying just ahead. Get over that. We're going to need some more mercenaries. I think we need to, in fact, fight this war with almost entirely mercenaries at the rate we're going. Okay, what can we do then? Did we take out... We didn't take out the loan. Oh no, we've still taken out the loan this time. Oh, sorry, it's difficult to keep track with it crashing as much as it is. Okay, so... well, that's another 300 men going to be, huh? This is horrible. I think we're just going to have to keep doing this. Look, we're at 50% war or 50% siege again. Oh my God, how many just died then? Was I going crazy, or did we not have just more men than that? Was that another siege event? Oh, I guess not. No, it wasn't. Okay, good. Right, okay, we're back up to roughly 8,000 men. We're just going to have to keep feeding them troops. Oh my God, it's dropping so quick. I don't know that we can win this. I don't know that we can win this without the dragon. Fine. How many can we hire? What's our maximum amount? We can hire another 1,000 men. Is that going to keep us below our monthly balance? No, it's actually going to bankrupt us. How much gold have we got to play around with? 2.45. Cool. I mean, we get another 820 men and still stay just in the positive. It's not a lot. It's only 800 men, but it's what we need right now to not lose this war. I don't think they're going to get there in time again. My God. Oh, and now we've got, like I said, religious war. Okay, it's 200 men. Should we just leave them to it? It's 200 men. What can they do? Surely they can't take a single castle. I think we'll just keep a close eye on things, but let's not worry about that. This is the big one. I'm on the verge of giving up. This is the most frustrating thing I think I've ever done in CK2 ever in my whole life. For fuck's sake. It wouldn't be nearly as bad as if it wasn't 1% every time. We can't do it, so we might as well just leave. What's the point in sitting there, keep trying to do this over and over and over, if by the time our troops get over there to reinforce, we've already lost the fucking siege? Give a goal for the child's care. I don't give a shit about you. Right, okay. Okay, well, let's counter-siege our provinces. Start off, let's kill their army, and let's just siege other provinces in the Westerlands. Although the war goal might have instantly ended the war, clearly it's a complete waste of time, because we could have probably finished the war just by sieging every other goddamn province in the Westerlands as it stands. This is horrible. This is absolutely horrible. Right, move south. Let's kill their troops. Let's stop these bloody sieges everywhere as well. And then we'll also crush that Faith of the Seven nonsense. Right, get out of here. Alright, let's get out of here. And hopefully by the time we're doing all this, the dragon might have come out to life, at which point I'm going to melt Casterly Rock. I'm going to kill you every... Who is this house? I'm going to put them all to the sword. Who are you? Westerling. Make your peace, because you haven't got long. You make a good point, my friend. Make him a commander. He wants to be a commander rather than Lord Bonifer. Someone of higher status. I mean, you are... I don't know why the hell he's a commander. Good point. Have I got also assigned commanders turned on? Yeah, that's a great plan. Let's not have that ever. Okay. You're sacked, Lord Balmond, by the way, in favor of literally anyone. Anyone is better than you. You're garbage. Okay, get out of here. Clearly upset that we sacked him, obviously. Well, he's shit, so maybe he should have brushed up on his skills a little bit before petitioning us with something so ridiculous. He gains 1 marshal and brave. To say that we've been ignoring this kid for what has felt like years in favor of our own sort of self-serving ways, in you know, setting up succession support, dragon conquesting, fabricating claims, I think he's coming out okay. The only thing we've got to worry about now is Timid. That's the final hurdle. And even if Timid comes out, you know, the worst possible, which is, I mean, he's got Brave. How does that work? Brave and Craven. Not sure. Even if it comes out the worst thing, we might still be okay. I don't entirely know. Well, that seems like a good prisoner, right? Lord John Westerland of Cornfield was captured in battle, is now our prisoner. Perfect. Doesn't count for any war score, despite the fact that he's the same house as whoever's running the Westerlands right now. But that's okay. We can at least ransom him off for some gold. He's not contributing any war score, so we could ransom him back immediately and get some gold out of it to hire mercenaries. That's something. That's at least something we've gotten out of all of this fucking mess of a war. Just an absolute mess of a war. It's going to bankrupt us, but my god, if we get the Westerlands out of it, it'll obviously be way worth it. It's just not going to be as easy as I gave it credit for. Right, so let's move over. Sure, I don't really want sympathy for the Westerosi gods. It's a bit late for that. Speaking of which, we should definitely check out the religion map, because it's been popping up every 30 seconds. Wow. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 now. So we've converted 2 more provinces in the many... To be fair, I say that as if it's a surprise, but it feels like it's been years in Casterly Rock. So, are we good? We're not going to lose any troops to attrition here. We're fine? Fantastic. That's great news. I'm actually tempted to flip back to the business focus so we can actually fund troops here. So I'm going to do exactly that, because the intrigue focus... I'm somewhat concerned that assassinating the King of the Iron Throne will just end our war here. I would rather get 2 kingdoms then be elected king, so that when we're not king anymore, if we lose it or if we're assassinated or whatever, we still have our 2 kingdoms, you know? I don't want to risk this. This is too big an opportunity. Well, that's at least one good thing to come out of this otherwise ridiculous war. Lord Boris of the Stormlands, the genius... Oh, he actually got skill fire. I didn't even notice that. Brave, humble, stubborn, gregarious, paranoid, and more importantly, brilliant commander. Heavy infantry leader, also very, very good. Battlefield terrain master, I suppose, is pretty good as well, although we are going to avoid things like mountains because of the whole dragon thing. That's incredible. So we've actually got a decent heir, which is fairly... He's also, like, way more skilled than us. Wait, is that 25 martial with Dragon Rider gives +4? This kid is going to be better than us. Our next character is going to be just basically a direct upgrade of the character we're playing as right now. We're not... Oh, we are genius. Holy shit, so he's, like, significantly better than us. I thought that we were, I thought that we were just very, very good at martial and not a genius, and he was a genius but kind of okay at martial by comparison. But no, it turns out he's just basically just trouncing us at everything. That's fine. That's exactly where we want to be. As long as we're always trending up, that's no problem with me whatsoever. We're about to siege our first province in the whole war. My god. Thank you. Oh, no, hang on, wait. We're taking attrition now. Oh, good. Okay. Don't count... Okay, there we go. 67%. Wait, 67% taking 1 province. You haven't... What? Okay. Well... I mean, let's not worry about anything. I thought we'd go for that one because it's a duchy level title. It's got to be worth something, I was thinking. Let's just not worry about it. If one duchy's worth 67... Oh, get out of here. 67% war score. Why the hell don't we just go for wherever? You know, whatever's the least defended province around. They've all got so many defenders, though. Look at this. It's like 4,000 men per province. This one's not bad. Red Bramble. Let's go and take that one down next because they've barely got any goddamn defenders. Right, so we are now up to 79% war score. Oh, God have mercy, we might be free before the end of today. Okay, thank you. Siege of Yor. I mean, this whole thing's been a bloody Siege of Yor, hasn't it? Okay, let's head south. Mace is the most useful. Morale of armies plus 10%. Thank you very much. I don't care about our own personal realm. I don't want to piss off any of our vassals. Let them work out their own problems. We'll deal with all of the realm management when we've got this under wraps. Competent fools. Oh, for fuck's sake, really? We need 200 days to construct siege weapons. You never know, we might get lucky. Let's just keep a close eye on things here and see if we can't just finish off. We're reinforcing fairly decently as well, which I think is a weird mechanic you'd reinforce whilst behind enemy lines, but there we go. That's a difficult one. So Lord Baldrick of the Rainwood, this unit man who has apparently gained the Rainwood, I think we should revoke that because he was Stormlander. Are any of you boys... Oh, no, hang on. This guy is Gods of the Storm. Fair enough. We've got this guy, House Tormalu, has apparently become Torlamu, have become Faith of the Seven. Not happy about that one. Or we could say Ronald Bardsley. We're going to give it to... this guy, Ryger Bardsley, I think he's the best choice. That's his son anyway, Ronald Bardsley. So we'll go for Ryger. That gives his son a chance to obviously deal with everything else. Our own wars continue. Wait, was that the King of the Iron Throne in prison? Was he just overthrown? Or the Ocean Road? Oh my god, the Reach went into full-blown rebellion, huh? Oh, that could cause us some issues. We very much might be looking at the end of the Iron Throne, brought about by us and the Reach. Us taking the Westerlands and ourselves out of any wars involving the Iron Throne has weakened them to such an extent that apparently the Reach can just move in and overthrow them. This could be concerning. I imagine he'll just oppose him, because I don't think they're in favour of just getting rid of the Iron Throne. I don't know why. Why did they go to war in the first place? Let's go back to the Reach. They must have been the aggressors. War of Reachmen Independence. Oh. I mean, that's good for us, because we're going to be on either side of them with way more troops than them, obviously, with the commanding two kingdoms. We might be able to take the Reach next, because they're going to be an independent realm. Is there no reason we could just dragon conquest them? The King of the Three Kingdoms. So the Siege of Red Bramble is almost over there. 3.1% every 12 days. They have almost taken out that first province that we've sieged, but obviously we can just chase them down the second this is over. I wasn't abandoning this one when it was halfway finished to go and take that one down, because their defenders will already be gone. The garrison, their levy is annihilated, so we can just move up there and basically assault it down, even though it takes, what, like 200 days to build that. In fact, it might even be too defended. No, it's only got fort level 6. Okay, sure, we'll go straight back for that one afterwards. We start taking attrition again. We got very lucky in that attrition wasn't affecting us for a while, but it has come back a little bit. I think we've got this one. 75% war score right there. Should we just stay here and assault this one down? What does that give us? 81%. Okay. If we go back up to Peckledon and then take this one down, I think that might be enough. That may just be enough. What do I care? Let me deal with this later. Fucking Mark Pickle Juice causing problems, huh? No. Oh. It actually just straight up died. The dragon's dead. It died during its first war. Wow. Okay, well, we've got another egg, so it's not a big deal. The dragon Zephyrin had a long life. No, absolutely not. Died from a severe maiming. It's a sad day. 33% chance of adding a dragon egg. This one gives us a dragon skull and 33% chance of a dragon egg. This one gives us dragon bone axe, dragon bone skull, and 33% chance of a dragon egg. Or have a valuable artifact made from its bones. Dragon bone statue. So we've got a dragon egg. We've got the dragon skull. I think the dragon bone axe is probably not going to be worth it, is it? Because we've got Kraken Fire. Although we could grant it as the sort of ancestral weapon of House Durrandon. The dragon bone axe determines who's the heir of the kingdom. It's something we always grant to the heir. Firstly, it'll be a good weapon, but secondly, it will... what's our other sword that we have? Oh, we give it to House Verlaine, whatever the hell they were called, our cadet dynasty. Give it to this guy, and that will sort of designate our heir. Does that kind of make sense? I think that'd be kind of a nice tradition to take on. It's 150 gold, though. Let's do it. There we go. Holy shit, look at that. So we've got Dragon Skull and the Skull of Heartfire. We obviously need to rename Dragon Skull to the... Oh, there it is. It does have a name. We just need to refresh it. There we go. Skull of Zephyrin, Skull of Heartfire, and then the Dragon Bone Axe, which is pretty decent. Monthly Prestige, Personal Combat Skill plus 15. It's actually not bad at all. Really isn't. My son, grant artifact for you to help build up your skills, to defend you, whatever else. Let's see what it actually gives to him. There you go. What a splendid object. Is he going to equip that, though? 110 Personal Combat. I think that'll help keep him alive, if nothing else. All right, let's assault this one down. This war is over. 85%. Kill their troops. Then this war's definitely over. Can't believe we lost the dragon. My god. How incredibly quick did that happen, huh? It's just one war and it was already gone. Can we catch these boys? So we can take what? Oh, they've got hills. I don't want to fight them if they've got hills. Okay, what if we go for one of these other adjacent provinces? They've got so many defenders. What if we just take a sub-holding in Peckledon then? Because we're going to be able to take this one surely faster than they're going to be able to... Or not at all. Right, we need to hire some mercenaries, unfortunately, or raise some troops or do something here. Oh, we've got a lot of troops, actually. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Our troops are reinforced so quickly. We got 18,000 again. Bring them over. All right, let's get this war dealt with. This is out of hand. Boris is our best commander now. Look at that. That's incredible. So let's move south and kill their armies. That seems pretty good. Some tax concessions again. Placate them, sure. And then we'll use this stack of troops that have since regenerated to just siege as much as we can here. You keep the troops together. This should... What? Excuse me? 15, 11, 24? Are you shitting me that they... Oh my god, they're getting... It's just unbelievable, some of these wars. Like, I don't know how the hell they are killing off our troops as effectively as they are. We had some incredible commanders then. They don't just have, like, nothing but heavy cavalry, huh? That would be nuts. Okay, stay there, right. Let's bring in... Okay, so we outnumber them, what, like... 3-1 at this point? If they win this one, I quit. I give up. I'll just give away the Stormlands at that point, because this is not right. Okay, get out of here. Yeah, sure. Siege a little port. Great. Yeah, we're going to deal with that in a second. Right, we're going to catch them, so it doesn't matter. Okay, good work. You're gone. Now, thank you. They're going to retreat into us here, but we should be able to kill them again there. Come on. It's 400 broken men. You've done it. Thank you. I appreciate that one. Take this one back. 79%. Credit to them. They are giving it their all to defend. I mean, they're trying to keep their entire kingdom. I can understand that. Right, merge their troops. Let's take that one out as well. 94%. Oh my god, we're in the end game now. 94%. Come on. We'll take the castle of Peckledon, and then we should be good. Excuse me, don't attack my troops, please. Thank you. Do we just want to go for any old province at this stage and just start a siege and hope that it lasts? They're so defended. Meryn Durrandon, also not horrible. We can't afford the 300 god. I'm sorry, little Meryn. You can have a little decent education as a backup, but of course he's the only reason I'm doing this because he's curious and rowdy, which are both okay. Oh well, obviously that one's very good. Rowdy's okay, indolent is garbage. So if we can get him up to a decent backup heir, because we can't put all the eggs in Boris's basket. In fact, I'm not going to do that at all. We're going to hatch the dragon ourselves because as good as Boris is, I think we've still got that slightly. Well, we have got the higher chance because of the books, but I think even if we played as him, there's what about like Brave? Does that give like Dragon? Oh, it does give Dragon hatch chance plus 25%. Stubborn, does that affect it? I don't think he's got anything else. No. What about Skilled Fighter? Also doesn't affect it at all. Okay, so we should really hatch this dragon again. And that would also mean that we don't have to go on the Mr. Worldwide Grand Tour again. 99%, and once again, we've lost too many troops here to be able to defend it. Okay, come on. Maybe if we kill that army of 1,000 men, that'll be it. It's 99%, please. Just get it to surrender. What do I care? What do I care about Lord fucking Elmo at this point? Come on, please. This is cost us... Oh, come on. Get out of here with that. 99% still. Oh, this is nuts. This is not good. We're down to 11,000 men. Again, from the 20,000 that we bought over here. Is there anything at all that would take 30 seconds to siege down? Okay, well, that one's fairly undefended. Case is quite strong. They're quite strong as well. Oh, for the love of... Oh, hang on. This one here. Bramhope. It's also a duchy level top. That might be enough to win us this. Okay, let's move up here. Oh, we've got to give them the gold. We've got to give them the gold. Our vassals are so pissed off that we've dragged them into this protracted war. That's exactly what this is. It's just a long and protracted and horrible war. This might solve it. Sort it down. Thank God for that. I mean, that looks pretty good, though. That's a nice look for the realm. The Reach is independent. We are not, though. Just because we have two kingdoms does not make us independent at all. We still have to... We're going to be put back under the Iron Throne in a second. He'll take back his... Because we are sworn to him at the end of the day. Wow, that was pretty insane, huh? Unless not. Oh, because he's at war. Right, okay. So we'll have to wait for him to be at war. But now, we're still the heir to the Iron Throne. So when he dies, we'll take the Iron Throne regardless. We could... I don't think we can, like, grant ourselves independence or anything. We'll take back the Reach, naturally. Maybe we'll be able to dragon conquest them if we're the king of the Iron Throne. Will that then become ours? I have no idea how this would work. Okay, then. And, of course, it's elective, so it's all a complete mess. But this is a big game. This was obviously huge. It was a painful war. We control a huge chunk of the Seven Kingdoms now, like an absurd amount. Bear in mind, we have the majority of the Crown Lands there as well, just because they've picked things up. The Westerlands picked things up. We obviously picked up stuff before. A little bit of the Vale, a little bit of the Reach. We're quite... I think we're easily the most influential lord in the Seven Kingdoms right now. Let's take a look at his round tree and sort of see who's the most powerful. Unfortunately, we can't check it too easily, but we can compare it to our own. All right, so Brandon, the Starks. The Starks are the most powerful because, of course, they've lost the Reach. They've got 26,000 men. We have... Oh, wow, we have like 50,000 men, which kind of a surprise that I don't have more than that, to be honest with you. But I guess because we've recently conquered it, we've got a lot of vassals that hate us as well. We're going to have to be very careful. We've kept the kingdom. Now we've got to try and keep it. My lord, for some time I've been an employee of Lord Desmond. Get the hell out of here. So I think first things first, we need to just give away some crap. Why have we got the crag? Okay. That should be under the crag. So I'm just going to grant land title. Here you go. Do you want just the lordship, my guy? Here you go, my friend. You're welcome, by the way. Okay. 4 out of 4. Next episode is going to be feasts and diplomacy and hatching dragons. So we've also got that big thing coming for us as well. Man, I can't believe this. Well, although we are still mostly liked, so if it comes to rebellion, we should be okay. We need that dragon. The dragon's going to keep this all together. Thank you for watching. I apologize if this episode is late. It's going to take me a long time to edit around all the crashes. It's going to take me a long time to edit this into something that I think is watchable, because that was hell for me. That was like 2 hours of just watching sieges fail over and over and over. But we got lucky in the end. Let's give a shout out to the insane top tier level patrons who made this series possible, who made the rise of the Stormlands and the Two Kingdoms possible in the first place. Thank you to Alpha Scuff, Asuna Kirito, Atmosis, Average Gamer 419, Baniel, Blurry Bunny, Sedini, Conspired T, Crazy Pack, Crosis, Danny Good, Donald, Eric B, Escape, Facundo Vasquez, Fungus King, Gogolus, Harik, Heydog, Jimbo, Josh Lindeen, Tesla, Justin Wallace, Caden Carter, Michael Mullen, Muskratful, Nathan Flores, Necrophilin, Pelvis Presley, Serthal the Swede, Sauron, Toby Cruz, Tom Terror 18, Tyler Kendall, Vacuous Bacchus, and Zazzy 7011. Thank you all for your support at the Insane Tier Levels on Patreon. Thank you for making this channel possible in the first place, and I hope you guys are still enjoying this series. It seems to constantly be going to new places, so I think it's been a pretty fresh series, all things considered. We're always doing something different every episode, so I think this is one of my favourites. And a shout out, of course, as well to Asaro, Ann in Person, Akari, Andrew Wilson, Arachnid44, Betimus Max, Sedini, Chris, David Van Diepen, Don, Conning217, Fraser Brennan, Gabriel Faulkner, Gabriel Van Ders, Gaz, GDWK Ron, Genji Zerka, Gray, Haji Damar, Hancock, Harry McGowan, Icy the Great, Israel, Jay Lara, James Barnes, Bjorn DeVries, John Holiday, Jordan Campbell, Joseph Beer, Justin Plock, Justin Walters, Lemon Stark, Llewellyn Thomas, Matthew, Nathan Flores, Nathaniel Lindbergh, Nick, Noah Gallimore, Nixie, Pantamu, Panther Pearl, Smirtworm, The Insane Pickle, Venom Meow, Will Wade, Wolfie, and Zico2. Thank you all for your support.